Welcome back to USA News, your go-to source for the biggest stories and breaking updates from across the United States. If you want to stay ahead of the news, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Let's dive straight into today's top story. Justin Gaethje shocks the world. Historic UFC Freedom 250 upset stuns fans at the White House. On a night destined to be remembered forever, one of the greatest upsets in UFC history unfolded on the South Lawn of the White House. In front of thousands of fans and under the bright lights of the most historic venue the UFC has ever used, Justin Gaethje did what almost nobody believed was possible. The 37-year-old American veteran defeated Ilia Topuria and captured the UFC lightweight championship at UFC Freedom 250, delivering a moment that instantly became part of MMA history. Heading into the fight, the odds were stacked heavily against Gaethje. Most experts viewed him as a massive underdog, with many predicting that Topuria's speed, youth, and undefeated momentum would simply be too much to overcome. Some even described Gaethje as a fighter being led to slaughter on the biggest stage of his career. But Justin Gaethje had other plans. From the opening round, it became clear that Gaethje arrived with a strategy designed to shock the world. He repeatedly landed sharp jabs and devastating uppercuts, opening cuts and swelling on Topuria's face while keeping the champion guessing with feints and relentless pressure. Still, the fight nearly slipped away in round 2. Topuria responded with brutal body shots that rocked Gaethje and appeared to bring the fight close to an early finish. The American challenger looked hurt and vulnerable. For a moment, it seemed the predictions were coming true. But instead of ending the fight, Topuria followed Gaethje to the ground and pursued submissions. That decision may have changed everything. Gaethje survived. He recovered. And then he came back stronger than ever. Round 3 became the turning point of the entire championship fight. Gaethje exploded forward with renewed energy, landing a crushing combination that dropped Topuria and stunned the crowd. The champion suddenly found himself in serious trouble as Gaethje unleashed wave after wave of punishment. By the end of the round, Topuria's face was swollen, bloodied, and barely recognizable. Doctors even took extra time to evaluate him before allowing the fight to continue. What happened next only added to the drama. Both fighters entered round 4 knowing the fight hung in the balance. They exchanged powerful strikes in a thrilling battle that had fans on their feet. Yet once again, Gaethje seemed to find another gear. Massive right hands, crushing uppercuts, and punishing knees repeatedly found their target. As the round ended, Topuria's corner had seen enough. The fight was stopped. Justin Gaethje was the new UFC lightweight champion. The emotional celebration that followed captured the magnitude of the moment. Fighting on a card created to celebrate America's 250th birthday, Gaethje embraced the underdog role and delivered a victory few thought possible. Fans immediately flooded social media with reactions, calling it one of the greatest comeback stories in UFC history. Many praised Gaethje's toughness, heart, and determination, while others described the victory as a defining moment for American MMA. Perhaps the most remarkable part of the story is that many believed Gaethje's championship window had already closed. After years of brutal wars inside the octagon, critics questioned whether he could still compete with the sport's elite. Now, those doubts have disappeared. At 37 years old, Justin Gaethje has written one of the most inspiring chapters of his career and delivered a performance that fans will talk about for generations. On a historic night at the White House, the ultimate underdog shocked the world, silenced the doubters, and proved once again why anything can happen inside the UFC octagon. And just like that, Justin Gaethje became champion of the world.